Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Fani Willis in the Georgia election interference case should be coming to a head very shortly. As we know, she's been investigating this case, and about 8 weeks ago, she asked the judges to clear out their court calendars and for the local law enforcement to barricade the streets around the courthouse to vehicular traffic. Pedestrian traffic is still allowed through that area. Well, that barricade for vehicular traffic starts on Monday, August 7th, which is today. And I'm curious, what's the energy around there? Is Trump going to be indicted this week? Because the hits just keep coming, But that's to be expected. When you're just going out committing half a dozen of felonies every day, what did you expect was going to happen? In some ways, Trump could look at it this way. Look at all the crimes he got away with. If you just keep committing larger and larger crimes, they ignore all the smaller, pettier felonies that you do and only look at the major felonies. If only we all should live our life that way. Such forgiveness. Georgia, what's happening? What's the energy around there? Page of Cups. Well, this is all new, I think, for them. This is just, it is what it is, right? I mean, this is election interference involving the former president of the United States, a bunch of senators, lawyers for the president. This is just unheard of. It's unprecedented, and that's what Georgia's going to be dealing with, and all the nutty Looney Tunes that'll come out of the woodwork. And apparently Fani Willis has been getting threats, shall we say. And because I imagine she's a black woman, they will focus on her race and her gender as a source of their ugliness. But it's opening day. It is opening day. The courtrooms are open. This is new. We've never done this before, but hey, we're going to progress. Here we go, folks. Opening day. We might get something actually on that Monday when they've got the streets barricaded off. I would have thought that maybe they might let the barricades up there for a couple days so people are kind of used to the streets being closed and that anticipation of, who's going to get arrested and when? It might happen very quickly because shops open. They may not be fooling around in Georgia. They just might start indicting people. In the past, we have the magician. That manifesting. It's the coming up with, I'm going forward with this case. And in some ways, from what the articles I was reading, she's not even coordinating with Jack Smith. She's on her own. This is a state case. She's not coordinating with the feds at all. She's doing it on her timeline. And this case is going to be brought. Queen of Swords. And just like Judge Chutkan, this woman ain't fooling around. You broke the law, you're going to pay the penalty. That I don't care who you were. I don't care if you were the worst felon in the world or the former president of the United States. The law applies equally in her book, especially when it's something as grievous as this. We've got the Four of Swords. It's possible she doesn't indict Donald Trump per se. She might do it in two waves. She might indict, Lindsey. I have to throw on Lindsey Graham too, huh? She might indict the Lindsey Grahams of the world first, and then indict Trump later. Or she might actually. She might indict Trump too. I might be going the wrong way with this one. I think the overarching energy on this one might also just be she's been waiting. She's been waiting and waiting and waiting for the right moment. That moment is here. But if Trump doesn't get indicted in this wave, don't worry. She might be going after the circle around him before going for the prize. On second thought, she just might be going for it altogether. Ace of Wands. This is a strong action forward. So if I was a betting man, I'd say Donald Trump's going to get indicted in Georgia as well because she's got the momentum. She's waited long enough. She's thought of it long enough. She's planned long enough. I tend to think of this card, this Four of Swords, influencing these two cards. So the Queen of Swords and her actions going forward. She's thought about it. She's moving. Oh, God, if I needed even more. Yeah, she's going to go after Donald. She's going to go after Donald and the people that chain themselves to him. She is going after him. Yeah. Underneath it all is that Three of Pentacles. This is all the work that's been done with the witnesses, with the grand jury indictments that are brought forward. They've had to keep those indictments kind of secret while they're working in the background, getting this case and getting everything ready for Georgia to move forward. So, yeah, sorry, Donald. I think your week's about to get a little bit worse because she's got that Ace of Wands, and she's been waiting a long time. She's got a club, and she's been waiting a long time to use it. Welcome to your new normal. Crazy boy. Oh, God, he's going to lose his mind over this. I was going to say at the other end. But he's been losing that for a while. Entertainment purposes only. Notice he never threatens legal cases against people that talk about him being incontinent. Because that would lead to discovery. And that would lead to my most popular video. Long before it was monetized, I put up a video of that fake Bob Woodward tweet, that really snarky one that said his the scent barrier on his adult diapers wasn't up to the task. all the spirits work I do here, that's the one that got the most views. It was funny though. I fully admit that. Oh gosh. All right. How's Donald gonna react to this? Or what's gonna happen with Donald and the a little more generally? Let's just get a general read with Donald and the events of the Georgia election interference case. How's he gonna be feeling after the next couple of weeks here? Left out in the cold. He's going to... Probably some people flipped on him and threw him, left him out naked and poor, as it were. He tried to steal election. He's on the phone. There's a recording of it, for Pete's sake. Yeah, he knows he's kind of screwed here. He doesn't have he's got the two crutches, but he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, and justice is here. Justice is here. In the last reading I did on Donald Trump and If You Go After Me, I'm Coming After You, this card had showed up in his past after the district court case. It could very well be that he gets indicted before Judge Chutkin actually gives him his new set of rules. We'll see how the timing works out on this one. But the Ace of Swords is here. Sword of Justice is here. Sword of Truth is here. And Donald's feeling left out in the cold because he doesn't have a defense against this. You can't... Well, I suppose you can in Judge Eileen Cannon's courtroom for entertainment purposes only. Bullshit the judicial system. Ooh, I said a bad word. But that's what he's used to doing. He's used to just lying and conning and getting people to lie for him and along with him. But the funny thing is they don't want to do that under oath, because then that's perjury and they can get into even more trouble. So they tend to not lie for him underneath that. And when they don't lie for him, well, he doesn't have a whole lot to stand on. Hanged Man. Okay, so he's been waiting for this case. He's known this case is coming, and don't think that this hasn't caused him a small amount of anxiety, because I'm sure it has. I'm wondering if who's going to lie for him on this. But again, he got caught on audio tape basically asking for 12,000 votes that weren't there. The current situation, looking at this, might actually contribute. Current situation, Six of Swords, going from choppy waters to calmer shores type of thing. But, this card's come up twice in recent readings. One is, would Trump consider fleeing the United States? This showed up. And this, I believe, showed up for Melania. And would she want to divorce Trump? He's in a world of turbulence right now, and he wants to get away from this turbulence to calmer shores, where he actually kind of has time to think and plot, as it were. Right now, he tends to react to things, and there's so much going on, he can't keep on top of all of it. And I think that's where this is going. There's so many court cases going on, he can't manage them all. And you can imagine the stress and the anxiety he's under, that he can't, not only can he not manage them, he's getting worse at managing those. He's having a harder time getting out of the choppy waters to the calmer waters. And he's trying to figure out a way to reach out to his base for them to basically ride to his rescue. He'll do his social media posts and things like that. Judge Chutkin is telling him to knock it the heck off, but that's his one-trick pony, is bring his base to bear and try and intimidate his way out of things. Lesson to be learned is the star card, though. But in this case, I don't know if there's a star witness in the Fani Willis case. It's possible there's a star witness. It's possible that, somebody like Miss Lindsay flipped and spills all the beans. Or this could just simply mean that Donald Trump was the star of the show here. This was his idea going forward. His idea to try and find 12,000 votes. He's recorded on it. In some ways, he's his own star witness. He's the prosecution's star witness, is the defendant. I think I would go with that. Again, because they have the recording of it. Outcome, Queen of Swords. This is not going to play well for Donald at all. They're going to hold his feet to the fire. He's not getting away with this one either. Just like he's not going to get away with the January 6th insurrection case, he's not going to get away with this one. I don't know who the judge is on this case. I'll have to do a little research. Oh, of course I don't know who the judge is on this case. It hasn't been assigned yet. Durr. That's the whole thing about clearing the docket. You don't know who's getting what. But he might get yet another female judge who's tough as nails on him. This could just be Fani Willis, too, being tough as nails on him. That she's got him nailed down because he's his own star witness. Oh, jeez. Under the deck, the bottom of it is the devil card. There he is. Him and his cohorts. George, and they're Georgia peach colored, too. Isn't that thoughtful of them? So, yeah, the sword of justice coming down, him feeling helpless. Yeah, it's all about him and his minions. This case has been hanging around for a couple of months. They've been waiting for it. They're not going to be able to negotiate this to calmer waters. This is just going to rock their world. No amount of messaging is going to make a difference because Trump is his own star prosecutorial witness with his audio recordings, and Fani Willis and the judges over there are going to hold these people accountable. There's not going to be any mercy shown in this case. So rejoice, people. It looks like we're finally going to get our justice, and we can go celebrate yet again that the legal system has finally caught up with Trump and his criminal enterprise. They talk about the Biden crime family. Yeah, there's Republican projection. Okay, so we'll get that information within the next week or so, I would imagine. And his life is miserable. The fact that he's not been arrested yet, the fact that he's not incarcerated, don't let that bother you. This man is under some incredible legal peril. And in this case with Georgia, if he's elected president, it doesn't matter. That's a state crime. They're not being held under that memo from Watergate saying they're not going to indict a sitting president. Georgia doesn't have to follow that rule. Okay? So this one's kind of like, this is your safety net here. If everything else with the Fed case, like if he becomes president, pardons himself, and he gets out of all these other ones, he's not getting out of this one. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for doing everything you do. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.